So RBA player LeBron James, who will go down officially as the worst shooter of all time, the worst shooter in RBA history, taking that title from Kobe Bryant, who was deemed, who gets criticized, who gets crucified, who gets ridiculed, is considered the worst shooter of all time because Kobe Bean Bryant missed the most shots in RBA history. But LeBron James is right on Kobe Bryant's heels. LeBron James is on pace to surpass Kobe Bryant for the most missed shots of all time. If LeBron James was a rapper, his stage name would be LeBrick Boy. There was once a song by the rapper named Nelly called Air Force Ones, and the beat said, dun 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 dun, big boy. But we should change the tune around a little bit to suit LeBron James and his failed rap career that never even started to begin with. So the song will go, the brick boy, the brick boy, the brick boy, the brick boy. So LeBron James missed so much, I guess it's safe to call him Miss James. Get it? Miss James, like Mrs. James, because he missed so many shots. This man literally has all the money in the world and has the worst shooting night of his career. I mean, what's so hard about putting the ball in the basket? You literally pay $1 million on your body per year, but can't put $10 of RBA 2K VC on your jump shot? I'm appalled. No, you ain't Paul. You just the guy who don't like LeBron James. That's why I despise LeBron Dumb James, because it's always a double standard. Kobe Bryant missed the most shots in RBA history, and he's labeled the worst shooter of all time. Pete Maravich missed the most shots. He's considered the worst shooter of all time. Now, remind you, these are some of the greatest, purest shooters that the game has ever seen. But LeBron James missed the most shots. Then his dumb fans say, well, that's just what happens when you take a bunch of shots. That's going to happen when you're the all-time leading scorer, blah, blah, blah. They really believe that a man who missed the most shots in RBA history is the greatest scorer of all time? Don't make me laugh, people. LeBron James is the worst shooter in RBA history, of RBA history, in RBA history. Now, the bronze sexuals never cease to amaze me, ladies and gentlemen. They always put all their eggs in 6 baskets, and they get overhyped by the media, who's funded by LeBron James, by the way, which has a trickle-down effect to the blog sites on social media, the basketball blog platforms on social media, right? With all these fake Photoshop graphics gassing up LeBron James and the Lakers as if they're greater than what they are. And then when they lose, realistic and logical people like myself, we roast and toast them without a toaster. Let me repeat that. We roast and toast them without a toaster because they look stupid and they get embarrassed listening to the media and allowing the media to let their fandom cloud their judgment, and they post all these ridiculous numbers and stats that don't make sense at all. People, knowing that the league is getting younger and LeBron James and Anthony Davis can't keep up with these young guys, knowing that the Lakers are not really going to win, they don't fully analyze the game. LeBron James is overrated and is on steroids allegedly. Anthony Davis cannot stay healthy. Every other player on the roster sucks. So how far do you expect the Los Angeles Lakers to get? You got 5 guys on the court. And I ain't talking about the fast food restaurant. But you got 5 guys on the court and the team just sucks. They're not making the play-in and they're not making the playoffs at all. And if they do, they get swept with a broom in the first round. Now, everybody has been bragging for the past few days how the Los Angeles Lakers are 3-0. And the last time the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James had a 3-0 record to begin the season, they won the RBA Finals. I even had family members sending me all kind of text messages, trying to troll me, trying to get up under my skin. The bronze sexuals, the LBJTQ, they're excited. They've gotten ahead of themselves. They believe that this means that LeBron James is destined to win another RBA title. But as I explained to him, as I broke it down to him, I explained that once they get midway through the season and teams ramp it up, they start to play real defense against the Los Angeles Lakers, then we're going to see what the Lakers are made of. LeBron James, who speaks one language, not English, and that language isn't Spanish. That language isn't Japanese. That language isn't Chinese. Shishini. LeBron James speaks in nonsense. That's the language that he speaks in. But LeBron James had the nerve to say that he would play all 82 games this season. But I'm not shocked at all, because I knew that LeBron James is taking steroids allegedly, considering he's played at the pace that he's been playing at for his entire career from 2003. It's impossible to play at that pace, up and down the floor, pushing the ball in transition, running like your life depends on it, playing in the postseason, strenuous schedules, playing heavy minutes since 2003. Fast forward all the way to 2024, and you're not going to lead me to believe that's not suspicious, ladies and gentlemen. It's highly suspicious. Highly. LeBron James scoring 11 points was very reminiscent of his meltdown in the 2011 NBA Finals. I mean, how do you have a poor shooting performance? How about you hire a shooting coach? And JJ Barea, I'm sorry, that's who locked up LeBron James in the 2011 NBA Finals. But JJ Redick is not a real coach. He is not the real coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Why? Because he didn't even know why the Lakers fans were cheering loud for LeBron and LeBron James Jr. when they checked in at the game table. It's like LeBron James literally checked himself in the game, which proves that LeBron James runs the Los Angeles Lakers and not JJ Pathetic. JJ Pathetic probably doesn't even run his own plays because LeBron James is running the team and calling the shots. And this is just further proof that LeBron James is not planning on retiring. He just wanted to bring Bronny James in because then it could take the attention off of LeBron James potentially being on steroids allegedly. LeBron James is probably not going to retire until year 36.